Hey everyone, today we are in Lower Manhattan, and I want to do a walking tour of one of my favorite places just south of Fidei, right here on the corner of John Street and South Street, and it is the South Street Seaport. It is a beautiful, beautiful area. You have great views in downtown Brooklyn. You can see the Brooklyn Bridge, and there's just a lot of things to do. So I want to take some time today to do a quick walking tour of the neighborhood. You can see a lot of cool boat slips here, restaurants. This is one of my favorite places to come in New York City when it's nice out. The spring and in the summer, it's amazing here. A lot of cool shops, places to grab a drink, maybe a cocktail after work, enjoy the views of downtown Brooklyn and the Brooklyn Bridge. So we'll start off over here by Industry Kitchen, which is just south as you exit Wall Street. And then we'll double back and we'll go over by the Tin Building, which is relatively new. The Tin Building is by Jean Georges. But check this out, Pier 15 in the background. You have those great views of the Brooklyn Tower. And then looking back this way, you can see the Brooklyn Bridge, and you have One Manhattan Square. You have the New York City water taxi going by here. You can see all the way to the Verrazano Bridge. It's a pretty clear day. So the Verrazano connects Brooklyn, New York with Staten Island. And here is all of Lower Manhattan. Stunning. This is the 161 Maiden Lane, I believe. This building has major, major problems. It was in jeopardy of potentially collapsing, actually. So they've halted construction. Now, as we walk back towards the Tin Building, I want to take you all the way to the water. And you're going to see a great view of my favorite new condo project in Brooklyn. It's in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and it's called Olympia Dumbo. It's very, very cool, very unique product. And the facade of the building, it's supposed to resemble a sailboat. And you'll see exactly that as we head over there. But you can see people are out getting some exercise, walking, running. There's a bike path. This is a great place. Lots of seating, benches. So if you live or work in the neighborhood, this is all for you to enjoy. This is now Pier 16. This building in the distance right here, that's the Tin Building. Let's go on the boardwalk a little bit. It's almost like a picture, like a painting, like a pastel painting. It looks like today, all of downtown Brooklyn. It's also Brooklyn Heights. Here you have the Tin Building, One Manhattan Square, and the Brooklyn Bridge. Wow, look at that. You have this perfect shot of the Brooklyn Bridge and that big black kind of glass building. Just to the right of the Brooklyn Bridge, that is Olympia Dumbo. I've actually previewed that building, and It has some of the most spectacular and unique views of Lower Manhattan I've ever seen. You have these unbelievable balconies, almost resembles that you're floating on top of the bridge. You have the World Trade Center in the background. It's just a really stunning property. And then you also have the Manhattan Bridge too. See the main building on Spruce Street as well. Really amazing. They opened a new Carmine's location as well. Right here. There used to be a Momofuku noodle bar. I don't know if it's there anymore. Now, during the summer, I think it also may be open during the winter time too, but you probably wouldn't want to, get a drink at the outdoor bar during the winter because it's quite brutal down here with the wind. But just outside of the Tin Building, you're going to see this little kind of green shed that is a full bar. And during the summer, it's awesome down here at night. On a Friday night after work, watch the sunset over the Brooklyn Bridge, and you could grab a drink outside right here. This place is really electric at night, in the spring and in the summer on the weekends. It's great. You can see the Tin Building by Jean-Georges. I think this is Basil Hayden. I believe that's a brand of bourbon or whiskey, Basil Hayden. I think it's like a lighter type of bourbon. Wow, great views there. Should I take you guys inside the Tin Building? I haven't been in here in a long time. If it's open, maybe I'll pop in real quick just to show you what it looks like in there. It's open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. This is a ready-to-eat section. It's very beautiful in here. Lots of cheeses. Over here they have the full bar. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty in here. Wow, this is like all kinds of gelatos or sorbets. Wow, look at the oyster bar. This is a raw oyster bar here. So cool. You can come here, get a cocktail, have some raw oysters after work. Pretty big selection of bourbons and whiskeys. I see Elijah Craig, Knob Creek, Bullet, Monkey Shoulder. Now, I was selling out a building in Red Hook, Brooklyn. It's called the Conover, 199 Conover Street. And right next door to the development was this bourbon maker, whiskey maker, called the Widow Jane. And Widow Jane is a really, really high quality bourbon. And the distillery is right in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Check it out, right next to the Conover. Here's the pastry section back here. All this stuff looks really good. It's really wonderfully done. This is like an espresso bar coffee shop here. Here's the directory. I'll try to zoom in on it. The upstairs is very nice too. So check it out next time you're in New York, if you find yourself in Lower Manhattan. Maybe make it a night and head down to the Tin Building. Check it out. Try a restaurant, maybe just come here, try a cocktail. Or maybe just walk around. That's what I'm doing. This looks to be a pasta station here. This looks like a lot of fresh produce. Since we're here, I might as well take you upstairs. The second floor is where the majority of the restaurants are. Wow, here's another really nice bar. Look at that. Look at that marble, too. This looks like a pizza kitchen over here. The fixtures and the finishes of the restaurants are amazing. Look at that, very Art Deco-esque, almost. Kind of gives off the feeling of being in a very fancy hotel lobby bar. These are all different types of olive oil sauce, extra virgin olive oil. Reminds me a little bit of Italy, if any of you have ever been there. It's kind of giving off an Italy vibe. You have tinned fish, condiments, cocktail mixers over there. This is an entire bowl of hot sauce. Oh, this is pretty cool back here. Japanese barbecue sauce. Ah, okay, here it is. So I said the Momofuku noodle bar was here at one point. I think this is all Momofuku branded, like sauces and noodles. Very, very cool. Very beautiful. Good views. And then this will wrap back around downstairs. All right, and we will exit. Yeah, so take my advice. Next time you're at the South Street Seaport, maybe grab a bite to eat in the Tin Building. All right, let's go ahead and make this right. You can see a lot of the outdoor space here. Again, imagine when the weather starts getting nice. Tons of outdoor space. In the summer, they put these umbrellas here to kind of provide shade. But check out this panoramic shot of the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Bridge, and the Williamsburg Bridge. There's a fantastic restaurant that I would recommend just to our right. It's called the Fulton. And if you can, if you come here during the spring or the summer, ask to be seated at a table right near the window or one of the first tables outside. And I'll tell you why. I would also order the New York strip steak here. It's a very good steak. It's a dry aged New York strip. It's phenomenal. And you sit down right here at the Fulton, and I would plan your trip right at sunset because you have a beautiful sunset overlooking Dumbo, Brooklyn, with the Brooklyn Bridge in the background and the Manhattan Bridge right on the water. So it's an amazing place to dine. And I love how they have these chairs here. You can just kind of sit down, maybe read the paper, grab a cup of coffee in the morning, and overlook all of downtown Brooklyn. So let me know, did you guys enjoy this walking tour of South Street, Seaport, and the Tin Building? If you did, feel free to subscribe for more New York City walking tours. Hit the like button. And if you're thinking about moving to Lower Manhattan and purchasing a property here and you need some help, please email me at the email address below, and I'd be more than happy to help you find the perfect spot right here near the Seaport. Thanks so much for joining.